to take care of the exceptions, what all the things occurred at the time of programming. Okay, maybe there may be a disturbance because here itself Wi-Fi is not provided, so there is a power cut over here. So maybe if there is any lag, just don't mind. Okay, so it is see. So I would like to share the screen. Wait a second. Point. Okay. Yeah. See this one. What is a string? A string is the collection of a characters. So, or a sequence of a characters. So, according to the arrays consisting of how we are going to define an arrays. Arrays is a collection of data with a similar data type. So, it's a collection of a data with a similar data type. So, think like the arrays collection is also somewhat bit similar to that of a strings. So, the string is essential for each and every data handling. So what we call a string as a sequence of a character. So based on the information till date we learned how we are going to handle each and every string, that is depends upon two ways. How you are going to create a string, that was depend upon a two ways. One is by literal and by using a new keyword. So if you mention or initialize anything to a string value like without using a new keyword, then it is good. If you mention like a new keyword is like the recent compiler will say like there is no need of creating. There is no need of creating by using a new keyword. There is no need to create an object for the string class. So they are saying like the general thing. Nowadays people are using the general thing. But all these things are at the runtime only. We should not hard code the value. Remember one thing, we should not hard code the value. Hard coding in a sense, directly you should not mention a hello world like that. At the time of a runtime, you are going to provide the data. That's it. So the similar thing on the previous session, so many times I explained, like there are predefined text messages in your WhatsApp. So directly you can push that one. So according to the time point of view, we are pushing some string data, which is already available. We'll call it as a predefined. If you want to send any particular information, what text box you are supposed to mention the data, and by clicking the push button, this message will send to the concerned party or a group or something else. Okay. Yep. Okay. So there are two ways to create a string value. One is by string literal or by using a keyword. So what on how it look like? Okay. So this is how we represent the string. This is how we represent the string, because the string is a class. How you are going to initialize that within a double quotes. Just a second. I think you are already familiar with this or this one. Yep. This is a test class just I'm creating. So here public static void main. So what is the use of this? The main will be considered by the compiler by using this string arguments only. So there are two ways. I think you already familiar with this. You can directly take a single dimensional or like 3 dots or else 3 dots over here. So which is also considerable by the compiler. So like if you mention the single dimensional or 3 dots. So I think you know this one. Just for this information point of view, I said like this. So what is a char? The initial state, we know that C is equals to, sorry, this should be a primitive data type. It starts with a small letter. And there is inside a single code, we are going to represent the value of a char. Again, I'm telling you, inside a single code, we are going to represent the value of a char. But in the sense of a string, there are two ways to represent the string, to create an object for or to initialize, like s is equals to, inside a double quote you need to mention that one. So by using this, it is going to identify this is a string. So here itself, if you mention more than one character, so it throws an error. So it throws an error over here, too many characters in the character literal. So inside a double quote, okay, we'll try with the double quote also over here. So see, even double quote also not possible. Required type is a char, but you provided a string. So it is a primitive data type a char, but here we are supposed to give a string. That's why it is showing an error. This is all about the difference between a char and a string. So this is a one of a way. Let me remove this one just for the comparison point of view. I mentioned it. So here there are two ways to create a string. So this is the literal. Let me literal. Okay. Now by using a keyword, new keyword. So you already so many times we discussed about S1. I will take it as the name as S1 is equal to new a string of. So inside this I'm going to mention hello. So this is another way. Let me make it as by using new keyword. Okay, let me tell you this one about this. When you are going to use a new keyword, what it will happen? So directly what the JVM will do after getting the bytecodes from the compiler, the class loader will loads the data bytecodes. After this class loader, it is supposed to send to the JVM. Please make sure that allocate some memory. If we use this new keyword over here, what it will do? It creates an object inside a heap area. I think there is a lot of usage of a new keyword. What it will do? It creates inside a heap area. How you are going to find out this one? By using a hash code. Okay. Remember this one here. These two things are very important. The representation of a string. It is like with the literals and with the new keyword. Okay. Now let me share you slide. Okay. Yep. So this is how we represent. This is by literal or by using new keyword. Next one is like interface of a character sequence. Commonly we know about the interface, what we call the interfaces. Interfaces is like consisting of an abstract methods by default. So by default, an abstract method. What is the abstract method? Abstract method doesn't have any implementation inside an interface. If you want to implement that, then go and implement in other classes, like directly by using keyword implements. So here you need to know about the interface, because these interfaces consisting of the string buffer, string builder, as well as the string literal, I mean the common string. So what is the interface concept? Interface consisting of, by default, an abstract methods are available, and there is also a static as well as the default also. There we can directly implement that. So at the time of accessing, that was a different topic. Okay. So we are discussing about the abstract methods which are not implementable inside an interface. So if you want to implement that, use a keyword implement after the class which is going to implement this interfaces by the name of this interface name. Okay, by using a new keyword. I think already we completed the interfaces concept. So here the char sequence interface is used to represent the sequence of a characters. Even he mentioned like, see, so the sequence of a characters in the sense the string, and the string buffer also the sequence of characters, string builder also sequence of a characters. So what is the difference in between these three things? Here this comes over. So all these three string, I mean all these three implements a char sequence. What is a char sequence? Char sequence is an interface. How you are going to implement the data inside this char sequence? By using implements keyword. So every time this one and this one is supposed to get the char sequence by using implements. Okay, I think you got the point. So here these three are very important. The string handling is based on only these three. Only these three are very important. So what all these things will do, like a string buffer, string builder, and a string, the general string. So these classes implement it. These classes implement a char sequence. Why? Because this is an interface. If it is like in general class, what we do, we are supposed to inherit. If it is an interface, then we should implement that. Okay. So it means that we can create a strings in Java by using these three classes. These three classes. All these three are classes only. Okay. Let me check it out 1 second. There is no power over here. Okay, so I will try to complete it. The next one, the continuation. So interface char sequence. What we discussed, this is a char sequence that the other classes like a string buffer, and the string builder is supposed to implement this char sequence interface. Java string is immutable. Here, very important thing. If they ask you about the difference between this Java string buffer, and a string builder, if they ask like the difference, you need to tell the first point is like string is immutable. We can't change it. If you mention anything over there, you should not change it. It is not possible to change. That's why we'll call it as immutable. Immutable in the sense we cannot change. So, but here the string buffer as well as the string builder, both are having the same methods. Both are having the same methods, but there is a variation, a small variation. So here, these two things are immutables. We can change it according to the information what we provide. So these two things are a changeable, and this is not a changeable. So maximum number of people in the real-time applications, they are supposed to use string buffer and a string builder. Maximum they will avoid a string. Sometimes it is necessary. At that time only they are supposed to use. Here, I think you got about array of vectors over there. So inside of vectors, when we are supposed to add by using dot add element, what it will do automatically, the size of a vector will be increased. So there itself, there we made a comparison with arrays, array of a vectors as well as the arrays. Arrays, once you initialize, it can't be changed. So there is a, you need to mention the size over there inside an array. So here and inside a vectors, there is no need to mention the size. So the similar thing over here, the string and the string buffer. String in the sense which we can't change it, buffer and the builder we can change it. One more thing you have to remember, here the Java will provides the base capacity of a string buffer as well as the string builder is like 16 characters are allowed by default. 16 characters are allowed by default. Okay, string buffer and the string builder. So which are changeable? These two things are, and the string is not changeable. This is all about this information. There is no need to bother that much. Okay, so this is all about the string, which is immutable, and the string buffer as well as the builder. We'll call it as a mutable. Okay, in that sense, we'll go for one more slide. So what it will happen here? What it will happen? So when you are supposed to use, when you are supposed to initialize anything to, let me show you over here. We created, yeah, I don't think so. My laptop will survive. I think it will be like maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Actually, there is no power over here. Don't mind if it got shut down. Okay, so here one thing you have to remember, when I initialize the hello over here, what it will happen inside a memory, this value will be allocated. So how you are going to allocate this? See this one. So inside a memory, this hello object is created inside a memory pool. When I initialized a is equal to hello, this is like a string a is equal to hello. So just it will be created. And here, when I'm going to use the same name, I mean, like if I initialize the same value over here, let me show you this. string b is equal to a. Sorry, this is like as think like, okay, we'll change this one to a, and this should be, yeah, okay. So when I initialize this, what will happen? This memory pool already created, and it will be shared by these two variables. Okay, and it will be shared by these two variables. Let me show you that one. When you make a assignment operator over there, when you make any assignment operator, just a second. Yeah, when you make any assignment like is equal to, so what it will happen, already a has been created a memory pool, inside that hello has been created, so b will share that, it won't create one more memory pool, so wastage of a memory, right? So this is how they are going to share the data. So here the same thing, individual like a C and D, and easy look, I mean is equal to, if we mention anything like this, explicit memory allocation. This is like, don't you think like implicit? It is supposed to share. Explicit in the sense they are supposed having individual values. Okay. Let me see this one. Just I want to show you. Sorry, maybe it is not that much visible. Yeah, it's okay. So here, this is like a C, and D is also hello. If you use a new keyword, it will be like explicit. Separately, it will be created. Sorry, not this one, this one. These two are these ones. If you use a new keyword, it will be created separate memory. If we use a literal, I said like using a literal, and one more is a keyword. If you use a keyword, it will be created a separate memory allocation. The same thing with the D also. This is a D. So if like new string of hello, like how are you, in the sense, it is also new memory allocation. This is the wastage of a memory. So it is like the assignment. This is like a memory pool has been shared by variables A and B. Okay, I think you got the point what I'm saying. So now about the string methods, a lot of string methods are available. Each and everything we will discuss. Okay, see this one. Actually, these all things are will go for with one example directly, so that it is easy for us. Okay. So how you are going to know all these methods? Exactly telling about each and everything, I think you won't get that much information basis on that. Just a second. Yeah, sorry for the delay. Uh, Let me share you. Yeah. Yeah, I think now it is visible. Yeah. So, okay, now we are going to discuss about the methods, how the string is going to, I mean, the string consisting of, string is a class, right? We are going to discuss about only about the string buffer and the string builder. After this, we are going to discuss that one. So initially, I'm supposed to take the string s is equals to hello. So the methods that string consisting of, directly I'm going to print this one like just out.println. So inside this, like directly I'm telling a length. How you are going to print the length? By using a method name called a length directly, by using concatenation operation plus s dot length. So directly how you are going to find out the length? The length of the string will be, so inside this you have to remember one thing. Every time when you are going to convert this, there is a conversion inside this topic. while you are going to convert this, all these string will be considered as a character of bytes. Like this is a 0, 1, 2, 3, and a 4. Like that. While you are going to convert that to the byte arrays, it will be converted. Arrays, you already know about the arrays, right? So the same thing will be do over here. The string will be converted to arrays of a characters. So at that time, it will be considered as 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. How you are going to find the length? By using the method length s, which is a name of a string, and you are going to run this program. Okay, let's run this. See 5. So the length of a string is a 5. So this is how we are going to use a length. And now I'm going to take copy this to save some time. Just a second. Okay. Paste it. So now I'm going to use a concatenation operation. So don't you think like inside a println statement, what are all the things we mentioned with this operator, with the plus operator, it will be concatenated. All these two things are concatenated. If you mention anything like inside a brace, like 2 plus 3, if you mention 2 plus 3 in this way, what it will happen, these two things are added and the result will be printed. If you remove the braces like this, 2 and 3 will be concatenated to the length. I think let me show you the result so that it is good for you. See this one, 23. Everything when we mention anything over here by using the concatenation operation is like a plus. So everything will be concatenated, not adding. So over here, if you want to add any value, you need to mention inside the braces. Okay, now the value is the length is a 5. Just it will mention like that. See, wait a second, it's just running. It is a 5. So this is how we do calculations inside a println statement. Remember this one. This is a very important thing. Sometimes you will get some questions and all. So here we are going to add a concatenation, but the concatenation method consisting of one argument. So what the argument consisting of? So we need to pass s1 is equals to word. So here I'm going to concatenate these two strings. How you're going to do that? Dot concatenation. So it is asking for a string literal. It is asking for the string argument or a parameter. So please give us a string. I will concat it to hello. Let me do that s1. Did I made extra? Yep. I need to delete this. Yep. So see this one, how easy it is. Let me make a space over here so that there is a space in between hello and the word. Okay. Sorry, I mentioned like a length, right? It's okay. So see this one, hello world. So this is how we use a concatenation operation inside strings. Okay. So only main things I'm going to cover. Remaining things will be at the time of topics and all. I'm going to discuss that one. Okay, let me go for this as a concatenation. Okay, wait a second. Okay, see this one. So just a second, just a second, 1 second. Yep. Now I need to give a substring. So now we are going to discuss about the substring. Okay. After that caret, I just show you that one. Yeah. Now we are going to discuss about the method called a substring. Substring. Okay. So inside this s dot substring, what the substring consisting of? There are 3 methods are available. I think I already explained this one. So inside a string class, we are having 3 methods with the 2 methods with the same name. Here what it will do? Here this is a method overloading. This is a method overloading over here. I think you got my point. So string is a class, string consisting of two methods with the same name but different parameters. But if there is a same name with the same return type with the same arguments and all, we'll call it as method overriding. It is in different classes, but in the sense of this thing over here, we are having substring 1 and substring 2, this consisting of only one argument and this consisting of two arguments. Okay, so inside this begin index, in the sense from the starting onwards here 0 1 2 3 and 4 will go in that way. So this is a method overloading. Inside a string class we are having two substrings. These two methods will be overloaded. When I call with a single parameter, this will be overloaded by this method. If I call this method, this will be overloaded by this method. Okay, I think you got my point what I'm saying. Substring of, I'm going to give the index. What is the index? I'm going to mention a 0 over here. No, I will take it as a 3, which is good for us. So 3 in the sense 0 1 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, think count in that way. So what it will give? So LVO, let me count from 0 1 2 and 3. So from here it is going to print the values. From here it is going, just a second, power lost. Yeah, it's okay. From here onwards, these three things are avoided. Let me take like a 2 over here. Run this program. So L and O will be printed. See this one. So this is all about a substring inside this. And one more thing we already having with the two arguments like 2 2 4. I'm going to starting point. This is the ending point. I'm going to print that one. L and L 0 1 2 3 and a 4, right? So here what it is doing, this is a 2, this is a starting point. Just remove this one and this is a 4. This will be excluded. The last end value will be excluded. Remember this thing. So many people are having a doubt over here. If I start from 2 to 4, the 4 will be excluded. 4 will be excluded. Remember this one. Okay. So this is all about the substrings. The substrings are two substrings are available inside a string class. One consisting of one argument and another consisting of two arguments. So remember this one. Just we are going to find out the caret dot println and we are going to char as dot a caret index. Caret in the sense at which position the particular character is available. Here inside a substrings, it goes like a 0 1 2 and 3 and 4. Sometimes according to the necessity it starts with a 0, sometimes not. Okay, let me represent like okay, directly I'm going to take a 2. According to us what it is, 0 1 2 3 and a 4. Okay, let me run this program. We are going to find at which index it is available. L. So sorry, L in the sense 2 L's are there, right? Okay, let me change it to a 4, like which is good for us. So because L is available, we don't know the correct position over there. Oh, 0 1 2 3 and a 4. I think you got my point. So individual characters in the like already mentioned like array of a characters. When we are going to convert that, what it will do here, the same sense will occur. So how many how you are going to, what is the use of a character? It is supposed to return the value of the string at the particular index. This is an index, this is also an index. We need to provide an index over here. These are the main things we need to remember each and everything. And you also are familiar with uppercase and the lowercase, like only H is the capital letter and the remaining things are a small letters. Let me take it as out.println. Inside this lowercase. So lowercase in the sense everything will be converted to the small letters. let me lower, sorry, s dot, there is a lowercase, two lowercase, yeah, yeah. So everything inside this will be converted to a small letters. Let me run this. Okay, we'll take it as for uppercase also to save some time directly. Uppercase, so we need to change this to uppercase. Okay, sorry, this is not required. Yeah, okay, let me run this. Say this one, lowercase in the sense every string value will be converted to the small letters. If it is like an uppercase, everything will be converted to the capital letter. So maximum in your applications you are supposed to use only these values, only these things. So in the sense of working parallelly, we are supposed to learn the remaining methods also. Let me show you that one. Wait a second. So what we learned, index of in the sense to find the index of a character in the invoking string. I mentioned, I just shown the examples because they are very important. So remaining or sometimes we use or sometimes we not. So that's why I'm showing this one. Okay. So here, what is the index of? To find the index of the character in the invoking string. What is an invocation in the sense? We are going to take one string. We just initialize that. We are supposed to take that one and we are going to find out the index for that. We are going to find out the index for that. Okay. So this index of these two things are overloaded because, sorry, yeah, these two things are overloaded. So here we are having the same characters. Sorry, we are having the arguments like one is like a character and this is a string value. So this is an overloaded method. See, they mentioned already. This is an overloaded method to find out the starting index of a string argument. Here, to find the index of a character. Remember the difference between these two things. Okay. The next one is the last index of. To find the last occurrence of a character in the invoking string. So what is this? Last occurrence. Last occurrence in the sense, so at the end of the string, if you are having one character over there, that you are supposed to know the index of the particular character. This is all about the index of. So it is like the same thing. Here we are going to find out the index of a character here for the string object. Excuse me. So next one, we already discussed about the substrings. And now a character also done, up to uppercase, lowercase also done. Starts with, it is like, it is a Boolean value, or whether it returns a Boolean value, whether it is a true or a false. Is it starts with the particular character. I'm having hello over here inside my string. So we are going to check this particular string is starts with a capital H or a small h. If it is starts with a capital H, as we represented, it throws what it will throws. It throws a true value over there. If it doesn't, it gives us a false. So this is all about a start. The same thing, the similar way ends with. So this is like if the string ends with HELLO, right? O in the sense the index of the particular is, O is a character that the particular string ends with O or not. We are going to check that one. If it is there, it gives a true. If it is not, it gives us a false. Okay. The value of here, let me show you that one because this is also somewhat important. Converts the primitive type int value to the string. I mentioned already this one, but it is okay. How you are going to convert that? So here I'm supposed to take a string k is equals to 34, like, yeah, 34. It's with the semicolon. I want to change this to the integer value. I want to change this to the integer value. What I need to take? Not this one. Int I is equals to integer dot parse int. So I am supposed to send this value to int1. So now this value has been converted to the integer. This value has been converted to the integer, but sometimes I need to change it. This is how we convert from string to the integer. Okay, so this is how we convert that. So at sometimes, not every time, from the database itself, while we are retrieving the data, each and every data we considered as a string only. So what will we do? I want to convert this integer to the again to the string. So for that, I need to take a system dot out dot println. Inside this, I have to convert this integer to a string. How you're going to change that? String dot a value of, sorry, I think you got my point. String dot a value of I. This is already a string. Inside this, we are having a string. That's why this is not highlighted. Okay. So if you want to go for this string s, sorry, already mentioned the names, right? S1, K, will take it as a L. Okay. So see this one. According to me, I required an integer. How you're going to convert that? Integer dot a passing. No, I want to take from a database. So there itself, everything is like a string values. So while I'm passing the data to the database itself, here we have to convert the data to the string values. This is how we convert them. This is the value of. This is for the conversion. There here inside the slide, they mentioned like this. So there are so many primitive data types are available. 8 primitive data types are available. For each and every primitive data type, we can use the value of. Okay, so it is like integer passing, like float dot parse float, double dot parse double. Like that, we are going to convert from string to a particular primitive data type. Or if you want to convert, there is only one method inside a string class, which we will call it as a value of. Directly anything. It is not like that. For a primitive data types like a float, int. So there are 8 representations are there, but directly there is no need to write something else. Directly we can take the method of value of over here. Okay, directly this is like a conversion. So everything will be the same. That's why everything will be overloaded. Okay, this is like we find the length and equals. We are going to check whether the given string is equals or not. So what is this? By using assignment operator, directly we are supposed to take 2 equal to 2 equals 2 equals. This is a 2 equals, not a single one. Okay, let me maximize this. Okay, so there is a 2 equals like. So by using this, we are supposed to check whether the given 2 strings are equal or not. So one string I'm having hello, and another string I'm having a world over there, S and S1. If I inside a condition, if I suppose to take S double equals to S2, it throws a false. It gives us a false, right? Same thing. It returns a false statement over here. If it is like the strings consisting of a hello and a hello, you are going to get a true over there. This is all about the equals. Comparison is somewhat different. I mean, at the time of a string buffer, I'm going to tell this one. Okay. The Boolean region matches not required this one. Why I copied this? It's okay. Yeah. Now we are going to discuss about extraction of a characters. This is a particular topic. So we'll discuss as an introduction over here, and then we will go for the. I mean, for the examples in the tomorrow's class, we will discuss that. So we'll go only for the introduction. It is not a number of it is like a line. Several. Yeah, it is. Yeah, the string class provides a several ways. We already know some of these. We already learned the character. So, but there is a particularly they mention like extraction of a characters from a string. How you are going to do that? Already said 2 character arrays. We are going to get each and every character inside a string, and we are supposed to assign each and every character inside a particular elements. So we are going to get each and every string value character as an element inside an array. So we're going to convert in that one. So the string class provides several ways in which the characters be extracted from the string object. We already know that. So the string class consisting of these methods. By using this, we are going to extract the characters. Several are examined here, although the characters that compromise in a string object cannot be indexed as if they are, as if they were, or an or. It's okay. Were a character array. So this is like the same thing what I explained over here. So each and every character will be converted. Each and every character will be like a single element. Hello in the sense H is one of the element, E is also one element, L and O. Each and every character we consider it a particular or a single character, and it will be stored inside an array. So this is what he is saying. So like we already know that one. Each and every element inside an array having indices. What is an indices? Index of the first element is like hello in the sense it's 0. Like that, etc. Hello, He. E in the sense it's a 1. The same thing like a string and character both are same, but the string consisting of a sequence of a characters. But here you have to represent that within a double quotes. Okay. Okay, like RS, the string indices begin with a 0. We already know this. Like RS. Yeah. We already discussed about the caret. We need to check about the get chars, get bytes, and get char array. I think like, yeah, for the today's session, it is enough. Let me, yeah, okay. Have a nice day. You may leave the class.